Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode. I'm Laura Kern Ellis, or Laura K. Ellis. I'm a master hypnotherapist, past life therapist, certified, and a transformational life coach. I've been in practice 14 years, and I'm bringing you these episodes to hopefully bring awareness to those that are seeking truth. So today's episode will be revolving around faith, trust, but mostly faith in yourself, and which is also connected to self-esteem, of course. You have to feel grounded and know, at least on some levels, who you really are in order to put forth the faith, blind faith as many will call it, in yourself. Because when you do, you'll enable your subconscious mind. And that's what I do. I help people sidestep the conscious resistance. And under hypnotherapy, that's done quite effortlessly, really. And that allows your subconscious mind to come to the surface, which can convert your dreams and your hopes into achievements. You see, source energy, God, however you choose to refer to the higher power as, has given us certain talents. And so by developing and using them, or firstly becoming aware of them, you'll actually stimulate your conscious mind, which is, it's the motor that energizes the subconscious mind. In other words, the engine, the subconscious, that will do the work. So let me move on here a little bit and talk to you about some information that I pulled up from Dr. Joseph Murphy. And for those of you that are familiar with his work, you know that back in the 60s, his most famous work really was a book that he had written, and he had written more than 30. But the most famous book he had ever written is The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, and that was published in 1963. And it became an immediate bestseller. And he then became, acclaimed as one of the best self-help guides ever. And that's true. I know this to be true. I began reading Dr. Murphy's work 20 plus years ago. So this is a little bit from his book on faith and believing in yourself. And given the time of year, we're in the season where people are stressed, and rightly so, really, for the most part, given the condition of the world today. But the holidays, really do take its toll on many individuals. So I'm bringing this to you today, hopefully to bring you down to earth a little bit, and for those of you that are, filling up with anxiety and stress and so forth, because of the holidays, generalized stress we'll call it, and also to bring you some solid truths. So let's begin, and I will say to you, well, we're going to address the imagination first. Einstein knew all about the imagination and how powerful it is. And so do I, and so do, I would say, 10% of the people on this planet. But here I'm bringing it to you, to those of you that are listening. So the imagination clothes all ideas and gives them form. If you think about it, and I'm going to inject my own commentary in here as well, but if you think about it, and most people don't, everything that we see, everything that we touch, eat, feel, originated from what? Well, when I ask some of my clients that question, for example, I'll hold up a pencil. Where did the pencil come from? And the majority of them will say, wood from the trees. Yes, that's partially true. But then where did the tree come from? Well, the tree originated from a seedling. Okay, where did the seedling originate from? The point is that everything that we see, feel, touch, have, and even don't have originates from mind, from thoughts. When the Wright brothers decided to embark on a journey of making a piece of machinery fly in the air, that was a collective thought, right? He and his brother imagined that taking place, and they got to work creating something that would do that. Again, the imagination. You see, we're very powerful individuals. So if you're feeling a little down and out or anxious or what have you, that's where the faith and trust comes in. Okay? Through the divine artistry of imagination, even artists, and I'm not minimizing them at all, have clothed all their ideas with pictorial form, all from thought, imagination. So in the act of imagination, that is hidden in your deeper self becomes manifest. Now, this sounds like an easy thing to do, and I know that it is not. Because if we have deeply embedded fears, going beyond the holiday generalized stress, but if we have deeply embedded fears, past conditioning from our parents, primary caretakers, generations of dysfunction which exist and come through the subconscious mind as we incarnate in each lifetime, if you believe in past lives, it's through the imagination what exists or is asleep within you. And it's given form through thought. So we contemplate that which sometimes, not always, had been, I'm going to emphasize that, had been unrevealed. Okay? So let me give you an example, a simple one. I know I'm sounding a little bit, it's getting a little complicated here. I didn't mean for it to. So let's get to a simple example. And this one everybody can almost resonate with. When you were going to be married, you had vivid, realistic pictures in your mind. Most people did. With your power of imagination, you saw perhaps the minister, rabbi, or priest. You heard him or her announce or pronounce the words. You saw the flowers in the church and you heard the music. You imagined the ring on your finger. And you traveled through your imagination on your honeymoon, perhaps, to Niagara Falls or Europe. All this was performed by your imagination. Here's another example. Likewise, before any graduation, you had a beautiful scenic drama taking place in your mind. And you had clothed all your ideas about graduation in form, and you imagined the professor or the president of the college giving you your diploma. You saw all your students dressed in gowns. You heard your mother or father or girl or boyfriend congratulate you. You felt the embrace and the kiss as it was real, dramatic, exciting, and wonderful. Images appeared freely in your mind, as if from nowhere. But you know and must admit that there was and is an internal creator with power to mold all these forms that you saw in your mind and endow them with life, motion, and voice. This is the power of your imagination. This is what you hold within you. The real basis of imagination is spirit, or source energy, God, within you. And the connection between the subconscious, which does the work, is to and through superconsciousness, which is God, source energy. So I know that with hypnotherapy, when we relax the conscious mind, that's my job, the subjective wisdom then comes to the forefront. Your unconscious mind comes to the surface. So what does this have to do with faith and trust and holiday stress? Well, it has everything to do with it. Because in these trying times, you need to do something that's going to help you, and you'll need to practice it. And that is to refocus your mind, using your conscious mind. So if you're feeling stressful, you're feeling filled with anxiety, and you're allowing your conscious mind to run away with ideas like, I can't afford this, or how am I going to make room for the family, or what am I going to do when I see Aunt Susie, which we don't get along, whatever it is, you need to refocus those thoughts. And I'm not saying they're not just, but you need to refocus your mind. And in doing so, over and over again, the unconscious mind will understand that this is a new program. This is a new play, a new story. And it doesn't involve being stressed or filled with anxiety on the holidays, which most likely, if you're one of these people that have experienced this or have been or are, it's happened before. But you have the ability to break the chains without drugs, without becoming a barfly, by refocusing your mind. And you can do that very easily by getting outside and taking a walk. Doesn't matter if it's in the snow or on a beach, but being out in nature is powerful. And it makes a segue for you to clear the monkey mind chatter. So I hope this was helpful to you. I know this is brief, but keep in mind that the power is within you to redirect anything that you feel, and anything that you feel that is adverse and unhealthy as well. When you change, everything in your environment changes. That means people, places, and things. Thoughts really do become things. And if I don't get back to this before the holiday, I want to wish you all a very happy and holiday season. And if you like this information and would like to hear more, kindly like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you, and take good care for now.